Oh hello, it's you lot again. Welcome back to Model Fix. I'm Dan, and today we're going to be fixing something, or at least trying. Okay, so when I bought this car, I actually paid 500 extra pounds for something called Scratch Proof Paint. I looked into this stuff long and hard, and it looked like very impressive stuff. So it's actually a self-healing paint, and what it does is the top layer, or the lacquer should I say, is like a pliable gel almost. And what it does is when it gets hot, when you apply heat to it, so when the sun shines, as it does regularly here in the UK, what happens is the paint moves around, and any light scratches, marring, swirl marks, any of that sort of stuff disappears basically, because the paint just moves around and covers any scratches. There's not much material about it on the internet. You know, when I was looking at potentially making the purchase, I did a lot of research on Scratch Proof Paint, and you know, there's only about 2 videos that actually show you what it does, and when you see the video, it is very, very impressive technology. It's patented to Nissan, so Nissan only do it on the 370Z and the GTR, I believe. So I'll link those videos in the description below, and you can have a look and see what you think. One's in German, and I think the other one's in English, but as I say, very little information out there. When I bought the car, I asked the salesman if I needed any special coating or anything on the car, because they were trying to sell me SuperGuard, and I said, look, you know, I've got this scratch proof paint, I'm open to having SuperGuard on it, but can you really apply it on the scratch proof paint, because I've heard that it moves around and it's hard to polish. So he said he'd look into it, and as useless as Nissan are, he got back to me and said it's probably best that you don't have SuperGuard, because I'm not sure, I don't know enough about scratch proof paint. Now everyone that I've spoken to at Nissan doesn't know anything about scratch proof paint, which is rather worrying. So on that note, guess what? My car's got scratches on it. I'll show you in a minute, but it's got scratches, it's got marring, it's got swirl marks. I thought I had this scratch proof paint on the car, so I didn't invest further money into PPF or ceramic coating. I mean, had I known that it doesn't work, I would have invested in that sort of stuff, and you know, the car would be sweet now and I wouldn't have to worry about it. But anyway, what I did was I got in touch with Nissan, and they have no idea, so they've actually recommended me to their body shop, Aerial Auto Fix, in West London, and they reckon that they can check whether I have got scratch proof paint or not. I don't think I have, because if it's supposed to move around in the heat, we had a very, very hot summer in the UK in 2018, and I wouldn't have that many light little scratches on the car if I had the paint. So let's go and see these guys. I'll show you what scratches I'm talking about, and try and find out what the hell is going on. Okay guys, so we are approaching the body shop now. How wrong was I? I thought it was by Nissan. Bloody weren't. You'll see it the first time I see it. And here it is, Aerial Auto Fix on my left hand side. So let's see what they have to say about my alleged scratch proof paint that I haven't got. And let's see what happens. Who said we don't get sunny days in good old Blighty? Hi guys, this is Dan of the future. In order to show you all the scratches on the car and the marring and stuff, we needed a sunny day in England, and those are few and far between, so I had to wait a few days, and here we are. So let me show you the scratches now. I'm not sure if you can see the marring and the swirl marks, but they are there. Should be able to see it in the reflection. I can't see it on the screen now, but hopefully you can see it. And then the main scratches are, oh there you go, look, you can see swirl marks there. Lots of swirl marks. Can you see that in the paint? that isn't supposed to be there if you've got scratch proof paint. So what's going on, Nissan? And then we've got a scratch here. Look at that. It's only like a lacquer scratch, it's not deep, you can't feel it with a nail or anything like that. And then you've got a bigger scratch down there. Can you see that? That right there. So shouldn't have these scratches, guys. It's all very weird, and you don't pay £500 for a product that doesn't work. So a little update as well, guys. I am going to Nissan Mill Hill tomorrow, and they are going to have a look at the paint, and I'm not sure what they're going to do. Apparently they've got some specialist or something that's going to have a look at the paint and see what's going on. So I'll give you an update soon. If you're interested, watch the next video. Okay, so that was an absolute waste of time. I've come to this body shop that Nissan recommended as their paint specialist, and the guys just told me that they have nothing to do with the scratch shield that's been applied to this car, and that I need to speak to Nissan themselves. So I'm going to head over there right now and speak to someone at Nissan West and see what they say. But the last time I spoke to them, they'd never heard of it, so wish me luck. Guess where we are, guys? We've just arrived at Nissan London West, a high performance centre. So let's see what they have to say, shall we? Okay, so I'm just leaving Nissan right now. That was an absolute total waste of time. So I spoke to the guys at Aerial Auto Fix, who told me that they could do nothing about it. And then I've just come to Nissan London West. They spoke to their main paint guy here, and he said there's no way of checking whether there's any sort of self-healing paint on the car. So that's great work, Nissan. And then I phoned Nissan Westway, and they've told me to call Nissan GB again. So I've called Nissan GB just now. They've logged a case reference. They said somebody's going to be in touch in 2 days time. So if you're interested to find out what the hell's going on with this scratch proof paint, then subscribe and like the channel, and I will give you an update very soon.